This is video 2. It is Tuesday, May 30th. Wow. Another month, another month, another month. So tomorrow, I'm recording, I'm going to presume I'm recording my second podcast with my beautiful sister Joya. I love her energy. Oh my God. No doubt she's angelic. No doubt. So that's happening tomorrow. And then on Sunday is my sound bath at 2 p.m. Pacific. It's a donation-based, suggested $20 or pay what you can. Much appreciated. And, you know, just one thing, anything that I do is I'll never put money before you're able to come and partake. So what that means to me, to be very clear, come now, pay later. Just, I trust you that you'll honor this in the manner that is being given. So that's this Sunday at 2 o'clock. I will let you guys know when Joya has her out with her podcast with me on it. It's almost like I'm really not holding back. Not that I ever have, but I'm really stepping in to this part of me. I had somebody today who made a comment, and it, like, we only know what we know based on what we've been exposed to, I could say, or what we understand within ourselves. And this person was trying to say Jesus is outside of us. And the only reason why I know, because I've met people, and I just mean I've met people that have embodied Jesus. I've learned so much. And, you know, I just said, you know, it's the same thing. We all have, every single one of us that is on this earth has many abilities within ourselves. And not everybody is aware of these abilities, meaning being connected to Mary Magdalene, to Jesus, to the angelics, you know, Archangel Michael, Raphael, and on and on. These are aspects that are walking on this planet Earth. And to sit there and think, you know, I kept on saying to this person, because my last comment was just that I've met people, and, you know, they are that, and so much more. And I even mentioned, and it was quite interesting when I went to say it, because it's just all pure channel. It's just like everything that I do comes from another dimension, another realm. You know, I'm a messenger. And there's no doubt that the angels, which includes Jesus and Mary Magdalene and, you know, the archangels, they all work through us. And it was quite interesting what I expressed. And I went, ooh. So let's see where we go. Before I do that, I want to make my Facebook page public. And then we'll see where this takes us. There's something which I've been expressing is, don't look externally for answers. Look internally. Connect with these aspects of yourself and to understand. And it doesn't mean intellectually understand. I'm talking emotionally and spiritually. see where we go. That was a godsmacker. So, most of you guys can't see this. I'm going to post this up here just for a sec. I did a little bit quickly searching here to find out who this is. This is Christina DeSmith or Desmith. Not really sure which way. It's her birthday. And she's watching us through live stream. What is it? Good gracious. I can't believe that. Light stream, sorry. Light stream. Yeah. So that's where, because I'm running on about, I think, 7 tonight places. So, Christina, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Christina. Happy birthday to you. Anyway. I was going to get tuning pegs on my guitar, but it was going to be $250, and I didn't quite have enough for that. So I'm holding off, but I'll tell you something. I need to get tuning pegs. He did a little adjustment on my these ones, but they're not. So. You got some other, whoops, there we go. And somebody says, is it really you? I'll answer that. Yes, it is her. Anyway. So this Sunday, everybody, I have a sound bath. This Sunday, it's first and third Sunday of every month. So at 2 p.m. Pacific time, it's up for 24 hours for all you guys from different time zones from around the world. So it'll be up, and once you make a donation, then I'll put you into the group. So here we go. Let's see where we go. I want to be real cheeky here, and I don't know if I want to be cheeky, but I am going to be cheeky because it wouldn't be me without being this cheekiness. So somebody's ears must have been burning because I was talking about before I did this song, or even the beginning. I'm not really sure when I said this. I don't even really know how long I've been on here. I'm not just allowing the energy to take me wherever it's going to take me. But anyway, this guy was, the way he was speaking and expressing that Jesus is outside of us. And I go, Jesus is within. And I made it very clear that I know people who've actually embodied Jesus. I know a lot of people are very connected to Jesus and the archangels and, you know, on and on. And it's like, I'm not going to patronize anybody to go, well, you know, that's your belief system. This is mine. Here's the thing: is it's not about a belief system. It's a knowingness. A lot of times I'm not able to articulate things, but my guitar does. And what I get to do is, I'm a vehicle. All these amazing energies coming from wherever the fuck they're coming from comes in and through me, and this is what happens. And it's like, that song's called The Frequency of Love, and I've never played it like that before. Because usually it's played very soft and sensuous, but it just felt like, no, because it's a celebration, and that's why it's called The Frequency of Love. It's because that's all that we are. That is who we truly are. And it's like, you know, these teachings and this, the old mentality, you could say, of, because it's all programmed. We only know what we know based on what we've been programmed because we're told to think otherwise. And I don't think, I feel. Can I articulate a lot of times what I feel? Nope. I just feel. But I also know what is truth and what isn't truth. I have other people that are very well versed in this stuff, but that's them. I'm not them, they're not me. But I can only speak truth to what I know. And it's like, I got a letter sitting on my wall right here that was written from Jesus to me, because it was a message for me. And I remember when I received it last year, and I read it, and I just cried. And I'm just so grateful, because Jesus comes through all of us. And so does Mary Magdalene, so does Mary, Mother Mary, you know, the Archangel Michael, Raphael, and on and on and on. Right? All these energies come in and through me. Can I sit here and say to you, it's this one, it's that? No, I don't need to do that. But I feel what I feel, and I express it accordingly. And it's like, here we go. And I'm just really getting a grasp on this. And that's why so much is shifting within me. Let's see where we go. Did not realize this mic was partially still on. Not until the end. You are very welcome, Christina. Very, very welcome. And I hope you had a great day. And our mutual friend Jade Rader. And anybody, if you're not familiar with Jade, well, I've been connected with Jade since about 2016. The funny part is with Jade, I'm not sure if she asked me or vice versa, because it doesn't really matter. But anyway, I went to unfollow her, and I couldn't. I couldn't unfollow her. And I went, okay, there's a reason for this, and sure was, because here we go. You know, it's amazing how Spirit really works in and through various people to come into our lives. And Jade is one of those people. I've had many, many people, but Jade has, you know, the best way I know how to phrase it is the people that I have nothing but complete utter respect for is people like Jade Rader. Just, she's assisted and helped me, you know, that Spirit bring me the right people. And Jade was one of those people. It's the same thing with coming into, you know, connecting with the Soulful family, which started with Todd Medina, because Jade was on with Todd, is how I met Todd. And, you know, so here I'm now connected with this amazing Soulful family from around the world, and just soul family, period. And these last 3 years, my inner expansion is phenomenal. In case some of you guys are not aware also, I just want to mention on a light note, because that's what it is really, is I was guided, started October 21st of last year, coming off all these 2 psychotic drugs I've been on since 1996. And I'm proud to say, I'm very pleased to say both. Finished one on October the 11th and the other one on May the 2nd. 6 months. I'm done. This fog is that I've been in, I just didn't realize it. Because what happens is, you know, pay attention within yourself. As I say that is, you know, I've been wanting to come off these drugs for a couple of years. But every time I tried it, I was not ready. It's not a case I didn't want to. I was actually not ready yet. Because I needed to do more learning within myself and to expand within myself before I was actually able to do this. And that means connecting with an amazing community. And because it was about me understanding more about who I am, not what I think I am, but who I am inside. And yeah. So, you know, I've been on this incredible journey, and this energy that's been shooting through me, it's calmed down now compared to what it was, but this fogginess, I didn't realize what a huge fog I was in. But now it's like I'm flying solo, you know, emotions, feelings, everything. Oops, let's see where we go. I was listening to my beautiful sister Chandra, a bit ago, and that woman is one powerful house. Her knowledge, like, not to think not one person knows it all. Spirit has spread it through us all. These last, it started just before my guitar went in, because my guitar was out of my hands or my home for about just over 2 weeks. She was getting completely refretted, new bridge and saddle, and something else. But it's almost like getting her back, and it was just like I've been on fire ever since, and it just, and like even this past week or two. And when I mentioned about a bit ago about some people I know, and this is, there's a few people that I know that personally, and no wonder I'm attracted to these people, or when I say the word attracted, meaning drawn to these people. And one of the people is my friend Sarah Jane Walsh. And it just, I'm still like God-smacked. How Jesus wanted her to go to a gathering, which I attended weekly for about 2.5 years, by Susanna Meyer, called Lake Language Lounge. And that's how she found me. But Jesus orchestrated her to come in there so her and I could connect. And then she's been following me ever since in that. And Jesus, because she's one of the people who's always been very connected to Jesus and Mary Magdalene, but she almost died in August of 2021 from COVID. And then she didn't want to go. She made a deal with Jesus, and she embodied him, and so there's no separation from her and Jesus. And that's where that letter came from. And but this is, again, Jesus coming through me to gift to Sarah her song from him. Yeah, and it's called Sarah's Sacred Heart. And so here we go. And this is how, this is how Jesus works. And other energies, it's amazing. I'm just like, God smacked. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, that's called Sarah's Sacred Heart. And that was actually Jesus' Valentine's gift to her for Valentine's last year, but it was the beginning of March because I moved in here at the beginning of March. And one of the first things I did was set up my studio. And yeah, yeah, that was pretty magical when I heard a song like, holy shit. Yeah. A lot of transformations within me in the last, what, year and a half? Here we go. Wow. That song's called Harmony. What I was just showing was that who you see today is not who I was 2 years ago. When I start using a looper, my looper came in June 2 years ago, but I did rent a 202 for a couple months till mine came in. So I started this relationship with looping, but what it has done, because when I say this, because what a looper is, just to explain this to you guys very simply, is this. A looper is a recording device where you can lay down a track, and that track will repeat until you tell it not to. And so when I start using the looper, it allowed me the space to truly be within myself, because that, when I listen back, for example, one of the songs that really activated me is called Activation. That song started before I got the looper, and then when I started using the looper, it just opened me up to an avenue within myself I did not realize was inside of me. And then what happened was, and it was that song specifically, that when I was listening back and I was adding layers and all this stuff, and when I look back at how I started, it's like, wow, I've come a long way in 2 years. But here's the thing: is what it did, it activated my body. And when I say this is, it did, because my feet started moving to my legs started moving to where my body, and so it's opened me up within myself. Whenever I play whatever song, it's always comes from my soul, absolutely. But what the looper has done is allowed me to even go to another level, to another dimension, to open up even more. And what it has done is, like, even now as I played that song Harmony, it's like I get to immerse into this incredible energy, and just this, laying these tracks down the way I do now, and it's, yeah, like I've come a long ways, and figuring this thing out, and just trusting, because we can only learn what we are able to learn and to understand, because the universe will not give us any more than what we can handle. And we all got stuff going on, blah blah blah, we all do. But that's where I just look at myself, and because all I have is my own story, and I know what this looper has done to me, for me, and with me, and it's waking me up from within. It's amazing. I got one more that seems to want to be expressed as I speak about this. I'm not sure how it's going to go, because sometimes it starts out one, I think it's going to be one thing that goes into another. So I thought it was going to be done, but I guess I'm not. So let's finish off with this one and see where it takes us. I hope you can sleep after that too, Sarah. um, so you guys, we're going to have a party. We are going to have. It's going to be set on a certain date, a certain time. The video will be up for 24 hours. Be roughly around 2 hours. It's going to be a paid event. Suggested donation of $20. Because I'm setting up a date and a time because I like doing things spontaneously, and it's just like today you end up doing 2 videos. And who knows when I'll be back, because I got an interview tomorrow morning at 11:30 for a podcast, and I'm not sure when that's going to be out, but I'll find out more tomorrow during or after. But from what little I know of these podcasts, you record it first and then they put it out later. I did an interview on this past Sunday at noon with my beautiful sister, Sarah Perjan. Now, every time I go to say it, I just need to get my own head wrapped around it. And because I do like pronouncing people's names correctly to the best of my ability. Because if I don't think about it, I'm usually okay, but if I think about it, that's when I really mess it up. But anyway, thanks for hanging out with me now or later. Much appreciated. And who's ever able to be here this evening during the whole thing or part way through or whatever, thank you very much for your beautiful energies. You all contribute to what happened here this evening. I'm a vehicle. I sit here, take the energy. And so, on that note, I'm going to go back into my space here. And thank you for hanging out with me now or later. And blessings, everybody. And tomorrow's the very last day of May. Then we're in June. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and don't forget, by the way, Sunday is my sound bath at 2 p.m. Pacific. And my personal page on Facebook is pinned to the top. All the information is up there for this Sunday if you're interested. So, we'll see you guys.